Hi, I'm Carlo Nugroho. I'm a third year student from the Department of Information Technology, Institut Teknologi 10 November, Surabaya. I'm currently enrolled in the Indonesia International Student Mobility Awards program at University of Pisa, Italy, studying data mining, machine learning, Italian cinema, and Italian language. So now I'm currently in front of the Chiesa Santa Maria della Spina, one of the oldest heritage you can find in the city of Pisa, Italy. The church was built in 1230 by the Gualandi family, and the name Spina was derived from the fact that it used to cap the piece of throne that was worn by Jesus during his crucifixion. Getting out of my comfort zone is one sentence that can describe why I've always wanted to study abroad. I've always wanted to study abroad since high school, and the IISMA program by the Ministry of Education and Culture really makes this dream of mine not an abstract dream, but actually a dream that is achievable and came true eventually. So it is a truly great program. I get fully funded, including the flight tickets, the tuition fee, the living allocation, the insurances, and all the other expenses that I need to study here. Experiencing the advance of technology and system in Italy really makes me transition from a student who used to ask why did I choose this field to study, but now becoming to ask the question of what innovation can I actually bring to the field that I'm currently studying in. So experiencing the whole innovation and inspiration that I found from the places that I visit during my study in Italy really encouraged me to innovate and bring these new stories and experiences when I come home to Indonesia to inspire other people. I started applying for the IISMA program from the university portal at my home university. So they conducted a pre-selection phase, and I get to submit my travel documents, passport, my transcript, my language certification, and a motivation letter to conduct the selection phase. And after that, I was announced to be advanced from the national university pre-selection phase to the national phase conducted by the National Committee of ISMA. And the representative interviewed me for the national phase. The result came about a month after, and it was announced that I become one of the students from among 2,000 applicants to get selected as one of the awardees in the ISMA program. It was one of the happiest moments in my life. Rediscovering the joy of learning is one sentence that I can say sums up my overall study experience in the University of Pisa. I arrived at September, and we spent our first 2 weeks here get to be in quarantine for the whole period of 2 weeks. So instead of exploring the new city that I was going to call home for the next 6 months, but I get to stay in my room for the first 2 weeks. And it was a really boring period. So me personally took the advantage of the time by getting to know my other colleagues, the ISMA awardees from Indonesia, and get to know them better during the time because they're also spending the time in quarantine with me. After spending the time in quarantine, we start our learning in the University of Pisa. Learning in a foreign language for me is a new challenge, and studying new courses in foreign language and also getting to know other colleagues in my class really motivates me to work and study harder than ever before. Thankfully, in this university, they have the system to record all the class being conducted. So after the class, I usually rewatch the recorded version in the system in order to understand the course better. At first, it was pretty hard to get the pace in getting to focus in the class and also review what you've learned through the recorded version of the course. But eventually, I found the beauty and the pleasure in it. So it really makes me found the joy of learning, as I said before. Other than the study activities, me and the other colleagues of awardees of IISMA here also conducted several cultural activities to introduce Indonesian culture to fellow students. For example, at the Sumpah Pemuda Day, we conducted a cultural performance. One of the awardee performed the traditional Indonesian dance, Tari Kelana, originated from Cirebon. And me personally performed some Indonesian songs using saxophone. For example, the song Rayuan Pulau Kelapa, Tanah Airku, and Indonesia Pusaka. We also cooked some Indonesian cuisine, which is bakso and indomie, and we introduced it to the local people here for them to try. It was a really enjoyable and amazing experience to see how people here are really interested in Indonesian culture when we introduce it to them. University of Pisa is a really great place to study, and Pisa is a really beautiful city. A city university is a commonly used term for University of Pisa due to its campus's location are scattered throughout the city. This really allows me to be truly immersed in the city that holds one of the UNESCO 7 wonders of the medieval world, which is the Leaning Tower located just a few blocks away from my campus. Enjoying the beauty of the Arno River, Giardino Scotto at summer, where students are usually gathered around just to sit, to chat, to spend time together, or just to read a book and enjoying the ambience of the city. Living here in Europe is a truly life-changing experience that I hope you can also experience through your own eyes. I'm truly grateful for this experience, and I really hope that you can also experience it someday. I'm truly IISMA biased because the time I spent studying here really introduced me to a whole new perspective in my field of study. And now I'm ready to come back to Indonesia and share the experience of mine to inspire other people. IISMA, be bold to go abroad.